Hey guys, and welcome back to the BlastTVMajor. My name is Freddie, or GrimyRannarr, and welcome back to INSITE channel. I've got a very special guest, a legend of the game. You've inspired probably a lot of people in this arena to even get into CS in the first place. I'm obviously with Shox. You've just come off the Showmatch. Firstly, like, how does it feel to play in front of a home crowd at the last major with like some of your old teammates?
It was really good. It was really nice to see like some of the faces that we didn't show like since some time now. Play with them, chatting with them, and having some fun with the French crowd. It was really a nice experience.
Yeah, the French crowd. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. Like, how does it feel to play in front of these guys? Were they as loud, and were you expecting them to be this loud?
I didn't have like, I can't say I didn't have any expectation because the Golden Hornets is like a group of supporters that they already came to Cologne and stuff like that, but they are like 300, 400, while here of course like they are way more. So I mean, I knew they will do a lot of damage coming to the arena, and they're really delivering, and they're just really beautiful to experience and to see.
Way back when you started your career, would you have ever expected that we'd be like here right now, like in Paris in 2023 at the last CS:GO major, with a crowd this big? Like, is that something you ever expected?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It was always like, I would say, a dream. You know, when first I was starting to play competitively CS, where we didn't have like that much viewers and stuff like that. Maybe like a couple of thousand, but that's pretty much it. So here, coming in Paris, with more than 10,000 people coming from CS, this was only a dream, and now the dream is coming reality. So that's really beautiful.
Oh, very nice. And so I just want to talk about your career for a second. So you are still competing after so many years. What keeps you going and keeps you wanting to like continue to strive and try and succeed?
I would say it's the competition and the passion itself from CS. Also, having a new version for CS like really excites me, because I've been playing Counter-Strike for more than 20 years. Yes. Yeah, that's a lot.
A new version, like finally.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally
Exactly. So I'm getting really excited for this, and as long as I'm happy and I'm just like, and I love just being on the server, watching some CS and feeling CS, you know, like I don't have any question from here, you know. As long as I'm not gonna feel it anymore, like I'm probably gonna change my road, but for now, like CS is just my life.
Like, so like, as you're saying, like 20 years, still passionate. Like, how were you able, and were there any periods potentially during that 20 years where you may have lost that passion? And if you did, how did you get it back?
I would say that I never really lost it, just sometimes I get some burnout, or sometimes I needed some holidays, some time off, you know, because it can be like really exhausting to go from event to event. And when you have also a lot of problems in the team, like it can be like sometimes like overwhelming also with the social media, so it's hard to manage. But I would say like maximum after 2 weeks, if I take some time off, like I just want to come back, you know, like so it's only like small period, because CS is just calling me somehow.
I'm actually very interested, because like I know a lot of people struggle with like the event to event and like everything. There's so much going on. How were you actually able to like always just stay like continuing and like not finding any difficulty with the burnout?
I would say I never really like questioned myself about it. I was just like always happy and glad to just like travel first, because I love to travel. And when you're going like to an event of CS, like I'm just happy to come, and I'm just happy to compete, you know. So from there, I never really had a lot of question. It was just my liquid time, I would say, that was really hard actually. But it's not their fault. This is something that just messed up with the schedule, and I was like actually like not at home for almost like 5 months, so like it's too much, you know. But even if you're going from event to event, like I'm just happy to play CS, you know, like that's for a good reason actually, you know, it's to play CS. It's exhausting, but it's CS.
It's like it's exhausting, but it's worth it. Like
exactly.
It's worth the exhausting. And so you're obviously playing in a French roster right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I just stopped.
Just stopped. Yeah. So are you looking to get back into a French roster, or are you trying to just like, does it matter if it's French, or are you just looking for any roster? Like
no, I'm looking for anything. Getting ready for CS2. I have a beta case, so I'm trying to get comfortable with the game as much as possible, and I'm trying to find a new home for CS2, and I want to compete over there.
So what are you actually doing then to get ready for CS2?
For now, you don't have a lot of things to do since there is only those two, so just playing, you know, just feel getting like comfortable with the game, with the records, the sound of the weapons, like nothing too much crazy, but just getting used to the game.
Exactly. Okay, so rounding off, obviously at this major we've seen upset after upset, and I want to get your opinion on this. Why do you think that these lower, like supposedly lower level teams are coming into this tournament and beating all these like best teams in the world?
The major is always something special, but more than that, I think we are coming to a point where actually the T2 teams like are just like growing up since some time now, and this is actually their time to be like maybe at their peak and to overcome some T1 teams. So it can sound crazy if you look at only like the T1 event or whatever, but for someone like me, where I'm playing in T2 for almost 1 year now, I would say, or close to it. I'm not that much surprised because the T2 teams are already working really hard and they're doing really great. It's just you don't really see them a lot because going to event, because of the ranking, because of the invitations, the partnership, like they don't really have a chance to actually come over it, and they're surrounded by a lot of online matches. But if you take away from it and you look at how they play, because I played against all these teams, honestly they're playing some solid Counter-Strike, and they're just like proving it by the fact that they really believed in themselves, you know, like they're not crumbling or questioning themselves because of the pressure, because it's a major or whatever. They believe that they can take it, and this is the main difference.
Nice. So how do you feel like then the circuit can get opened up? So you're saying with like all the partner teams and the rankings, especially for like your teams, how do you feel like going to CS2 the circuit can open up more?
That's a good question. Honestly, I have no idea. It's more like business business
like
side,
kind of
you know.
like not really the player side of it.
Yeah. So I actually don't know, but yeah, it would be nice to actually recognize that there is a lot of good teams, and maybe trying to make them like and more. I can't say a more easy road, but actually not like the toughest one.
More accessible.
Yeah, more accessible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, well, perfect. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to see you and to speak to you. And well, thank you very much, guys. And make sure to check out the rest of our interviews down below in the description.